Hi, I'm Jaya,
And I'm Venk.
and this is the Reality Hate.
Episode 29. You know what that means?
It
Neither do
means
I.
we're not at 30 yet.
But it's yet. Just
It's older than us.
it's older than us. The show's older than us.
Mhm.
First, before we start, it's very imperative because we are so amazing, so wonderful, fabulous, beautiful, elegant, gorgeous, talented, unique, and very humble, and we don't brag about ourselves. You need to like and subscribe to our channel. That means click that like button and smash that subscribe button. Smash it. So let's just start quickly talk about the trailer for season 2 of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Okay.
Wowza.
Okay. Like, first of all, new character. What are your thoughts?
I mean, we'll see what I saw. I mean, she's going to bring the drama, I think for sure, right?
Okay.
Also, her husband suggests a sister wife to have a child in the trailer.
I love everything about it. Mary Cosby. They're talking about the cult of Mary Cosby. And then we see Jen Shah, just a good old Jen Shah. Like
And
Jen
maybe Meredith, she's accusing Meredith of going to the authorities about her. So I don't know.
I definitely know that I'm on Team Meredith. Wait, is Whitney back on?
Whitney's back on.
And
She is discussing sex with her husband in the trailer.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
And so is Heather Gay.
Heather Gay is back on. And yes, still struggling with being a Mormon
Yeah, she has a
with
conversation
her children. That's what we see.
It looks like it's going to be a fire season.
Yep.
I think it will. I think Salt Lake City is something we have to look forward to.
Yes, I'm watching. I'll be watching.
I'll be watching too, and then we'll be talking about it.
Exactly.
Hey, sexy. What do you want to start with?
I think we should recap. Recap. Yes. Real Housewives of New York.
Love it. Love it.
So we open on Leah practicing her prayer book for Shabbat. And we quickly find out that Leah cannot attend because she has COVID. So she's going to attend virtually. And we also see Ramona showing a house with her apprentice. And she is very rude in the entire showing. She's kind of...
Wait, that's very uncommon. You said Ramona was rude?
Ramona was rude. Isn't that a shock?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Right. I mean, at one point she hits the realtor and he's like, yeah, I didn't really enjoy that, but she's got, spunk and what have you. And you can see him gritting his teeth as he's getting through the showing, like just cannot stand everything she's saying. But whatever, she's Ramona and, she's showing this beautiful apartment and he says nothing and lets her do her thing, which is the problem with Ramona.
Why Ramona gets away with all the crap Ramona gets away with is because people let her. Bravo, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah, we'll get to that because this episode was a problem. So then we see Ebony meet with a geneticist and it sounds like she's going to be able to find her father. The geneticist feels that she will be able to find her father by December. So by Christmas, she may know who her father is, which when we fast forward in the future episodes, it seems like she does end up finding out who her father is. We'll see. Sonia goes on her first date with her matchmaker setup.
Mhm.
And I mean, it doesn't seem like it's a bad date, but it's not a great date. I mean, they joke, they discuss. I'm not sure there's chemistry there. Ramona thinks that she's maybe gonna get a second date. Um, but nothing happens. There's no sparks. No sparks.
Poor Sonia.
It's old people dating. That's what
Exactly.
it is. That's what it is. So then everybody's getting ready for the dinner, and we see everybody kind of going through. There's a montage, and Ramona, Luann, and Sonia refer to the Black Shabbat dinner as the Black Sabbath dinner,
Uh,
which is not good.
It's not good. And it's one of those things that are very not good.
It's very not good,
Uh,
you know? And
uh,
worse, it gets worse at the dinner. It gets worse at the dinner.
Why did they know? Were they doing it on purpose?
Oh my God. I'm like, do you realize you're being filmed while you're saying this? And you
Li-
think it's okay?
Well, now, right? Okay, continue. I can't.
So, okay, everybody goes but Leah, who's going to zoom in. They get to New Jersey. They have to like drive 2 hours. They get to New Jersey. They're all getting out of the van. Luann is dressed in full sequins.
Yeah, this.
Full sequins, except she's got like weird brown ankle boots. And when she turns around, she has like a black tank top. So it's like a drop back, but there's like a black. like
I really want I want her to go back in time and watch. No, I want her to watch the videos of the first season and how she tried to make herself out to be, and she, how she would kind of downgrade. What's her name? Who lives in Australia with the gay husband? He's not gay, Bentley.
yes, those two, the hotel owners.
I think it was like a hostel.
Yes, the with the bad boots,
The Eddie Munster shoes.
the Eddie Munster
Hey,
shoes.
Louis Vuitton. Only
Yes.
Louis Vuitton makes mistakes.
Well, let me tell you, she made a big mistake in her entire look. Big mistake.
Oh, huge.
So Luann gets out of the van and there's snow on the ground and she's like throwing snowballs at everybody, but it was random. It was so weird. It was an awkward moment for me. I didn't think it was funny. I was like, what are you doing?
You don't ever get into your sequence gown and throw snowballs?
I mean, maybe.
Occasionally. I
Trust
get,
me on New Year's
yeah.
in Chicago.
Yeah.
But it was, yeah, with a few cocktails. But yeah, so she's like throwing snowballs. It's totally weird. So they all go in, they meet this woman who is hosting the Shabbat, Archie, who runs an organization called Jubilong. And Ramona walks in and starts insulting Archie. I mean, immediately upon arrival is like commenting on her aesthetic, like her home aesthetic, and like her napkins and her decoration and her choices in interior design. I mean, it's so rude and obnoxious. You're like, this is not going to go well.
Sorry, I gotta stop you. Ramona, rude and obnoxious?
Isn't that weird?
Weird.
It's so
So
weird.
weird.
I know.
Yeah.
And then they all finally sit down. Well, we also meet who Ebony has invited to this dinner. So we meet some of her other Black friends that she has invited to this dinner. They are all very nice people. We meet them very briefly. And then everybody sits down to a dinner. And this is where the wheels fall off the bus.
The wheels on the bus?
Yes. The wheels on the bus go round and round.
Off the bus.
I sing that song almost every night to my child, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, my daughter loves the book and like sings, and you have to like sing along. So anyway, sit down to the Shabbat dinner. a mess. So Leah is on FaceTime. Nobody can hear her. Ramona's being very rude. She feels like it's distracting to have Leah on FaceTime. She's treating her badly, being very rude. And eventually we finally get to the prayer that Leah was going to perform, and she does it, and it's very nice.
Via Zoom.
She's proud of herself via Zoom. She's proud of herself. And she does a good job, and everyone kind of praises her, tells her what a wonderful job she's done.
And she feels included. And you know, it's so great that we have technology like Zoom, the application we're using to tape our show.
Exactly.
We
Zoom.
like Zoom.
We love Zoom.
Zoom.
Zoom. What a good application. So anywho, she does a great job. And at the same time, still Ramona's like, it's distracting. I'm sorry. This is too much. You know, this, that, and the other. Ramona being Ramona at this Shabbat dinner. Also, explaining that she was married to a Jewish man and she almost converted. So she understands everything because she came very close to converting to being Jewish, but he never said thank you to her. And so that's when she decided to call off the engagement. Her reasoning. Anyway, Ramona making the dinner about Ramona. Sonia was very touched by it. I thought that was very nice until Sonia makes a comment that's like not appropriate. So then Archie says, can I take a moment to say that I'm so grateful to Ebony for putting this together? And, you know, I was very concerned about the relationship between the Black community and the Jewish community. And Ramona immediately cuts Archie off and says, well, you know, Italians and Jews actually have a lot in common. And everyone's like, what's happening right now, you know? And she's just like, well, they do. And everyone's like, yeah, it's not about you. That's not what we're talking about. And then Sonia makes a comment. Everyone's chirping in, chirping. And Sonia suddenly says, like, let the Blacks and the Jews talk. And you see other people at the table like, the Blacks and the Jews? Okay, I need another cocktail. Like, this is so inappropriate.
What world does Sonia Morgan come from?
So then,
but you know, the thing is, wait, I want to say the truth is though, like, she was trying to do good. She was trying to say, like, let people that need to talk.
This is their space right now.
She doesn't know that, like, that's her intention. But Sonia Morgan, you cannot refer to people as the Blacks unless they are
and the Jews. I mean, you just
can't. The Jews.
I mean,
the Blacks and the
Jews. Shabbat dinner. Oh my God. So that
at Black Sabbath, you can't do that.
And then at Black Sabbath, not appropriate. So then Ramona says that she was essentially persecuted by the Jews, that when she moved to New York, they didn't treat her well, and it upsets her, and she's upset by the commentary. So she gets up and leaves. So then Archie is like, what's happening? I'm confused. This is Shabbat. And everyone's like, what is going on? Why is Ramona making this about her? So then Archie offers to get up to Luann. She's like, should I go talk to her? And Luann's like, maybe you'd be better talking to her. She's like, okay, I'll get up and go apologize for the Jews. I mean, it's horrible. Then Ramona comes back and she's like, I went to the bathroom. Yeah. And Leah is on FaceTime. She's like, this is not about you. Stop making this about you. And she just keeps going on about how Jewish people were mean to her when she moved to New York, yada. Archie's apologizing. And then all of a sudden, Ramona says, actually, I wish I was Jewish. I actually wish I was Jewish. And everyone's like, stop in your tracks. This is not about, can we make this about the dinner and about what's happening tonight and this religious ceremony that we're having, this religious dinner. And that's basically where it ends. I mean, it's so embarrassing.
So this is where the conversation happens.
Yeah.
um,
Awful.
I think at some point we have to say that there is some responsibility on Bravo to, like Twitter, when the former was going on his tirades, and now we have Marjorie Taylor Greene, that QAnon sociopath. Twitter is a private company. They can make decisions, a publicly traded company, but they can make decisions as they are, they're not part of, what I mean? Like, they're allowed to say, okay, now we have to silence and mute this voice.
At what point do we not stop Ramona? I mean, I think it's like this episode alone was, I mean, she's done plenty in the past. To me, where I would want to remove her from the show.
Yeah.
But this episode alone, I found so offensive. I thought Ramona was so offensive. How can they not take her off the show? And they're saying that they're not going to remove her.
And
she should not be on the show. She should not be on the show, Bravo.
Yeah, I think I think it's actually just not even entertaining when it's so offensive.
It's so offensive. You're watching something and you cannot believe this is happening and that it is being filmed and millions of viewers are watching this. No more. Like, her drama is not worth it.
When a network allows for somebody to say these kinds of things and doesn't like even have their publicity team step and say, Ramona, you need to make a public apology about this. And these are the reasons why. You're allowing a lot of people who feel some type of way, and that's a lot of America. Remember, like, that's a lot of America. In 2016 and 17, we really knew that that's a lot of America, KKK.
Right.
So I just think there's a time and a place, and the time is over, and the place is not on Bravo.
Yep.
Do the right thing.
Yep.
Bye, woman. Burn the witch.
Burn the witch. I mean, seriously, I'm over it. I am over it. Like, she should not be on the show anymore. She is dated.
I'm looking forward to seeing what happens next week, but I am very much looking forward to Beverly Hills.
Here we go. Beverly Hills, everything's happening. It's all coming undone for Erika.
I know. The hits keep on coming.
So we open, of course, in La Quinta, where I was this weekend.
We're at La Quinta this weekend. You're a fancy, like I said again, she, like her diamond ruby earrings.
No.
She's fancy.
No.
She's at La Quinta.
Wanted to go to Palm Springs.
I'm in Sherman.
I did not stay in Palm Springs. I stayed in La Quinta.
La Quinta's expensive.
It was very nice and very hot. I was on the surface of the sun.
You know where I was? I was in Sherman Oaks.
Oh, were you?
Yes.
Also the surface of the sun. Very hot. So anyway, we open in La Quinta to the women trying to understand why Erika was so upset, right? We open, they're kind of like, what's happening? Why is she in the bathroom? Why did this one comment she said on camera make her so upset?
I'm so tired of Lisa Rinna.
Lisa Rinna fueling the fire, just flames for days.
And
going at Garcelle, taking the opportunity to attack Garcelle.
And this is one of the major reasons it really, I was like, I kind of, when I found out Lisa Rinna was going to be on the show, like, I have like a huge, like, I loved her because I was a huge fan of Melrose Place. So her coming on the show and just revealing this kind of like, just unpleasant, like, needling and then gaslighting, what she did with Denise, and saying, like, it's just like,
she's a fire starter. She loves to cause drama. And so instead of, Garcelle innocently made that comment. It was on camera when Erika said what she said. She's following up with it to the girls. She didn't know that it was something that she shouldn't say because we would see it on national television. Um, and Lisa Rinna, Garcelle feels awful that she's sent Erika into this tailspin. And at one point, Erika comes out and she's like sobbing, and Lisa Rinna's like, so sorry that happened. And it makes Garcelle feel worse, to the point where she's like, I feel so awkward. I can't be here anymore. I have to get up and leave. Like, I'm making everyone uncomfortable. Shouldn't be. No one should be doing that. And I think, in the episode, Garcelle says, there's a clique and we're not a part of it.
Yep.
And she's right.
But can I be honest with you? In the clique, I'd rather be in the Garcelle clique. I'd rather be in that clique with Sutton.
I agree. Because Sutton's no idiot. Sutton knows that she smells a skunk. Like
Sutton and what's her name? Oh, what's her name? We're getting along.
Oh, the new character?
Why did we just forget her name?
I don't know. Because she doesn't matter that much in this episode. That's why. She doesn't.
What's her last name? Minkoff.
Yes.
Miss Minkoff.
The new character.
It is 10:53 p.m. So
yes, we're recording late tonight. But anywho, I don't think that Sutton is wrong in that situation. They're all kind of feeding in. They're all supporting Erika. They also don't know everything, right? And Sutton's like, something's not right. That reaction was wrong. And Garcelle is right to say that they're on the outside. Like, they definitely, there's the people that have been there, the OGs, and then there's the new girls. And it's very clear.
It is. And the thing is, they've talked about that dynamic at the reunions before, but they never ever really talked about it on the show. Like, and I'm talking across the board with franchises. Like, I don't want to film with that person. I don't want to film with that person. And now it's like we're exposing it in the way. And honestly, like, there's some people on this show that, Kyle's okay. I'm just like, when you've seen the same person over and over again.
It's like Dorit. I don't care about Dorit and her like stupid outfits.
I don't care.
Like, she comes out, like, speaking of, like, let's talk about it. So then Erika leaves and like is off to the races, like, to deal with her legal shit. And they have a dinner, and like Dorit comes down, like she's like, hitting the clubs, like literally in booty pants with like sparkly leggings and like
that outfit.
You're like, oh, cool, because we're ordering in at our house in La Quinta from a steakhouse.
Don't they want to be
glad you're dressed for the club?
Why don't they want to be like literally, like, don't they want to be in their PJs
or like caftans? Like, you're in Palm Desert. Like, what are you doing dressing to the nines to like eat food at your house?
There'd be no way in hell somebody could get
no way. I was just there. Like, I could barely get dressed every day, like, it's like, no.
Are you naked all the time?
I mean, it's too hot.
Is that kind of party?
It was like in a swimsuit the whole time.
Oh, sexy.
But, or a caftan. I mean, like, truly.
I mean, that's the one thing about Palm Springs. I can't. I need to be in a pool or
like in loose fitting clothing that's like airy because it's 1,000 degrees, like in Hades.
It's got to be in loose fitting clothes.
Right. And so they all come, they all kind of like get together and like they're outside and they're having a discussion about that Erika moment. And there's Lisa pushing Garcelle, like, but do you feel bad? Do you regret anything? She's like looking for an apology and like looking to prove Garcelle wrong. And Garcelle's kind of like, yeah, I didn't know that was something that would upset Erika, and I feel bad. And of course, like, Lisa feels justified, but it's like, you and your obnoxious moments that you've had with everyone else, like that's not Garcelle. I mean, truly it wasn't. She had no bad intentions. I think Lisa Rinna has bad intentions. She loves to cause drama.
Yeah.
So then they, you know, have dinner, what have you. Oh, and during the dinner, Dorit has that moment where they're discussing. So Kathy Hilton brings up, like, I knew Michael Jackson for like a million years, and he said he did see color. And Garcelle's like, that's not okay.
Yeah.
Like,
The funny thing about Michael Jackson, I'm not even gonna say it.
no, say it.
I mean, like he didn't see color.
Exactly.
He also didn't see age limits.
Wait, what is the stuff? The Indian, what is it called?
Fair and Lovely.
Fair and Lovely.
He's fair and lovely.
We don't use Fair and Lovely. So anywho, Dorit has to chime in to that. She's like one of the first people to chime into that discussion. And she's like, well, my children are, multicultural, and everybody that works at our house, speaks a different language and this and that. And Garcelle's like, so is everyone that works at your house a minority? So like, that's the way you identify with them, as the help? And she's like, no.
But yes.
Yeah.
She got caught. She's like, I mean, I'm Dorit. I'm Dorit from Kansas.
She worked herself into a corner. I mean, she looks stupid. It was just like, she's so busy saying I'm multicultural with my fake accent.
When does she not look stupid? Like, looks
exactly. She's another one, Bravo. Like, take her off. Nobody cares.
She's so boring.
None of us like her. We hate her clothing. She's not a fashion icon.
No.
She brings nothing but irritation to the show.
I didn't even like what she did with the Buca de Beppo, because the Buca de Beppo stays close to my heart.
Buca de Poo-Poo, delicious.
Which is family, nutritious.
Yes.
Feeds the soul.
So anyway, they finish this dinner. It's awkward. Next day, wake up, article comes out about Erika and Tom. It's basically The Hustler and the Housewife. It's like, all comes out. 20 million was pumped into Erika Jayne Enterprises. They have no money. They're basically broke. That he had 80 million in cash. He has nothing. And basically now they are questioning whether they really know Erika, whether she's being honest, whether she knew, did she know about this? Did she not know about this? Was she living a lie? Did they not know anything? Was she, not a truthful friend? Now, do we need to remind people she had the largest room at the La Quinta Inn? She's also hiding away in Hancock Park in a beautiful little bungalow. But she also has no money.
Yeah.
That.
Normal people in LA with no money don't live in Hancock Park.
Yeah. No, they don't.
Okay. Right. I love Hancock Park.
It's beautiful.
I want to live in Hancock Park. Guess what? I don't have the money to afford it.
We're not living in Hancock Park.
We're not.
No.
We're on these streets.
Or Sherman Oaks.
Sherman Oaks.
And I live in South LA.
She does.
Yep.
Keeping it all the way 100.
So then this whole article comes out. They're questioning, yada, yada, yada. Erika decides to leak photos on Instagram of alleged messages between Tom and his mistress.
It's so obvious.
Garcelle is confused because she says, I had one-on-one with Erika and asked if he had a mistress. And she said she didn't think so. To her knowledge, she didn't believe that that was a thing. And she didn't think that Tom had a mistress. So it's her story is not straight with anyone. She told the women in La Quinta before Garcelle arrived that she knew he had mistresses. She told Garcelle she never thought he would ever cheat. So it's, what's the truth? Who knows? There's money, there's no money, 20 millions in Erika Jayne Enterprises. We don't know anything. We do know she knew. So then they get back from La Quinta. Sutton's like, I want to have a dinner. I want to talk about everything that happened in La Quinta. We get to the beginning of the dinner. She's like, Sutton sits down and it says, I am not comfortable having a relationship with Erika right now while she's going through all of this, because I think it's putting us in a bad place. I don't think she's been honest with us. And I personally want to keep my distance.
Yeah.
And I think the other women are questioning that very thing as well.
Well, we know that they're not anymore because they were blasting her music
on a boat somewhere.
The thing is, that Instagram story kind of, or whatever post, was really kind of gross. It's like, and that's the thing. That's where it's like,
think all of Erika's posts are gross at this point. Like every time she posts something like about herself, I'm just like,
no, when the other girls who were supporting Erika have been recently posting, but like, this is why I like Sutton. This is why I like Garcelle. They actually feel this is terrible, yeah. And they don't just, they actually understand the implication. Like when all these other women are talking about it, they don't understand. It's like, they're like, it's terrible.
But like orphans and, you know, burn victims. Oh my gosh, Erika didn't know, right? And Sutton's like, no.
Yeah. Yeah. Whatever.
We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see. I'm excited though.
I am too. It's interesting. It's interesting to also watch Erika not, like, she's messing up, like she's not following through on any story. So we're seeing everything kind of bubble up.
So maybe, okay, so she's not dumb and she's not terrible. She's not super smart, but she is like enough to like try to con a little bit, but she had somebody with good expertise and like lying help her out. So screw them. And I'm really excited about the episodes to come, because I need to see, I want to see some Bravo justice, because you're failing me on New York with Ramona. But I think it's time for taglines.
So we harassed our friend Sean, our dear friend Sean, who we're dedicating this episode to.
We're dedicating this episode to you, Sean. Sean is a multifaceted talent. He's an actor. Is he a writer? Improviser too?
Improviser. Yeah.
Look him up.
I did real estate at one point. I don't know if he's still doing it. But yeah.
Look, he's good people.
All around talented.
All around talented guy.
Anyway, he sent us taglines. We're going to share one with you
today.
Yes. Okay, so his tagline is, you don't want to mess with someone who's majored in drama.
You did a good job.
Thank you, Sean Perry.
But you know what? We shouldn't be in the position to have to harass our friends.
No.
We have an email that nobody's emailed us at yet. Okay?
Just send us your taglines.
Send us your taglines. You can do it on Facebook if you're friends with us. My name is Vank Modur. Her name is Jess Uranium. Or you can do it on our Instagram, Reality Hate F. Or you can do it on our TikTok, Reality Hate F. Okay? Or you can email us at realityhatef@gmail.com. That's REALITYHATE. That's REALITYHATEF@gmail.com.
Yes.
Please. Also, I'm still single, forever single. Will somebody please mingle and we can eat some Pringles? Anyway, I would love that too. And thank you for watching. I'm Vang.
Thank you. I'm Jaya.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Woohoo!
Woohoo!
Okay. Okay. Start.
Blackwater. We like it.
So good.
Quenches that thirst.
So good.